So I don't know about where you're living, but from where I'm sitting, summer is definitely here. And whether you're taking some vacation time off, working in between studies, or just continuing your regular groove, I know that summer can be a season that is often represented on social media as a very vibrant, happy season with lots of fruit bowls and vibrant colors and smoothies and all that good stuff. But in my opinion, summer can also be a bit of a season that feels a bit different, and sometimes a bit hectic and overwhelming, because we want to spend more time outside. The sunlight stays out longer. We eat barbecue almost every single day. There's a ton of events going on, like concerts and markets. And overall, we can often have our regular routine thrown a bit off. And we want and try to do a lot of things at the same time. But if you're anything like me, you still want to hold on to a fairly healthy lifestyle. And despite seeing countless of fruit bowls and smoothies on social media, the late nights, the social events, and the carb-heavy burgers can jeopardize that a bit. So here are 9 super simple and affordable ways to keep up a vibrant lifestyle without feeling overwhelmed or feeling like you have to be a super fit smoothie junkie. And that can be easily incorporated into your existing everyday life. Hi there, I'm Antonie, and I talk about all things feminine self-development, including feminine archetypes, feminine energy, and cycle syncing. And what I ultimately want with this channel is to help other women truly understand the powers of the feminine within them. But if that's something that you're looking for a bit more of, or something that you just feel like you could use a bit more of, then make sure to click that subscribe button and keep on watching. So the first super simple tip to keep up a healthy lifestyle this summer is to incorporate seed cycling into your diet. And in case you haven't heard of it already, seed cycling is a way to eat certain seeds according to the phases of your menstrual cycle in order to support and balance your hormones throughout your cycle. So if you ever struggle with things like PMS or painful periods, acne, migraines, or any other hormone-related issues, then maybe this could be a great place to start. And just a note, I have a few videos already about cycle syncing, which is the practice of aligning your work, social life, self-care, and etc. with the phases of your menstrual cycle to get the most out of what you do and feel the best way you can while doing it, which is a practice that I definitely recommend for anyone who wants a more vibrant, passionate, and energetic life. So if you're a newbie to cycle syncing or you just want to learn some more about it, make sure to check out those videos as well. I'll link them up here and also in the description box below. So to do seed cycling, you'll add 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds, as well as 1 tablespoon of ground pumpkin seeds, into your food every day during the follicular and menstrual phases of your cycle. And then in the ovulatory and luteal phases of your cycle, you'll add 1 tablespoon of ground sunflower seeds, as well as 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds into your food. And you can quite literally add this to anything. So you can add it to your yogurt or your oatmeal, smoothies, fruit bowls. You can sprinkle it over your vegetables. You can even mix it into your pancake batter. Mix it in with your salad or sprinkle it over your lasagna. The sky is pretty much the limit here. So it doesn't have to change what you eat, you just add a little extra ingredient to it. And just a tiny note, I don't necessarily recommend doing this, at least not very often, but to prove that you can quite literally add this to anything. There was one time when my partner and I were visiting his family in Portugal, and we were having ice cream, and I really wanted to make sure that I was doing a little bit better with my health because I was eating a lot of dairy during that weekend and it just felt a bit excessive. And so I wanted to eat my seeds, and so I actually sprinkled my seeds onto my ice cream. So you can add it to pretty much anything. So the second tip for a vibrant and healthy lifestyle during the summer, and since the summer is a time for the weather to be a bit hotter and sunnier, if you can, of course, depending on where you live and where you're going, it's a great time to ditch your car and use your legs or bicycle instead. So whether it's to commute to work or go to the beach or get your groceries, or simply to get a bit of a break during the day, allow yourself to slow down a bit and enjoy the sunshine while it's here. The next tip for a healthy, simple, vibrant lifestyle during the summer is to incorporate more outdoors activities, because I don't know about you, but the summer is definitely a time when going to the gym just feels like the last thing you want to do. Especially considering the gym is inside and it's usually quite cold, and it just feels a bit wrong to step inside into a cold gym when you have the warm, vibrant, amazing summer weather outside. But that doesn't mean that you can't be physical and active and use your body. So instead of going to the gym or even doing at-home workouts, try incorporating swimming, badminton, climbing, bicycling, outdoors yoga, rollerblading. Again, sky is almost the limit here. And then the next tip is all around the fact that summer is usually the hottest season of the year. So it's so important to hydrate and drink water. And I know we all know this, but then again, when I spend time with people, I keep getting amazed by how little water they drink. So seriously, please, just drink water. It's so necessary. Remember that I think about 80% of our bodies are made up of water. So that should give you a bit of an inkling to how much water you should be drinking throughout the day. So remember that water is essential for your skin, and it can clear out your skin, and it's essential for your organs and for your brain to function properly. So if you ever feel like you start to get a headache, which can often happen in the summer heat, before you even touch a painkiller, drink a bunch of water and see how you feel. And it doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't just have to be regular plain water. You can spice it up a bit. You can get sparkling water. You can drink lemon water or cucumber water. You can add ice cubes. You can also add flavor. And with that, I want to recommend, it's not sponsored or anything, but there's a great company, it's called Water Drop, that essentially produces natural sugar-free flavoring that you can add into your water. And so if you feel like water can just feel a bit boring, try adding that in and see if that can help you. So I'll add a link in the description box to one of their products that is a bit of a sample package of some of their different flavorings so that you can test out which ones you like the best. So I really hope that you will start seeing that water doesn't have to be boring, but water is essential. And you can spice it up, you can have fun with it, but just please make sure to drink water. So then on to the next tip for a simple and vibrant, healthy lifestyle over the summer is around the fact that during summer we can often end up changing our regular diet a bit, and often eat a bit more carb and dairy heavy foods like burgers or fries, or have a bag of chips on the beach, ice cream, milkshakes, and all that kind of stuff. Which is why it could be a great time for you to start taking a probiotic. So I personally used to have a really troublesome stomach, and I used to feel bloated quite often. And dairy specifically is something that I really recommend starting to reduce or maybe eliminate, because it doesn't really go that well with our bodies, and it can often cause us to feel very bloated and just cause digestive issues. But ever since I started taking a probiotic, I feel like my stomach has been so much better. And so during the summer, when you're eating a lot of carb and dairy, having that probiotic going through your system can be a great way to manage and balance that out a bit. So if you made it this far into the video, I'm guessing that you're a fan of ways to maintain your lifestyle and become your best self, but in ways that feel simple and don't take up all of your time. And in that case, I really recommend checking out my free 2-step guide that teaches you how you can feel fulfilled and at ease in your life right now. Meaning not when you have that thing, like the promotion, the big bank account, or the super body. And that takes 5 minutes or less to do, and can be used every day on your way home from work, while you're showering, or while you're working on your tan at the beach. So if you haven't already, make sure to check it out in the description box below. And the next tip is something that I will already admit that I have been super bad at in the past. And I can still sometimes find myself overestimating myself a bit, or maybe underestimating the sun a bit. But that is to get a good sunscreen and take care of your skin. And I know for me, I am seriously regretting the times when I was younger and I didn't use sunscreen, or again, I overestimated how resistant I was to the sun, or underestimated the power of the sun. And I'm honestly just embarrassed to think about the sunburns that I've gotten in the past, because it's just ridiculous. Remember that healthy skin is what looks beautiful and vibrant and makes you look healthy. So it's both a short and long-term investment. And then the next tip is all around the fact that summer can become a bit of a hectic season, with both having work as well as a lot of social engagements, and also with the feeling that we should be out 24/7 because the sunshine is here and we should take advantage of it. But in that, don't forget that you are still human regardless of what season it is. And especially if you're an introvert like me, you'll still need your alone and quiet time. And remember as well that as women with female biology, we go through a whole cycle about every month. And our menstrual phase is the equivalent to the winter season, which means that every month you go through the 4 different seasons in your own body. So even though externally it might be summer, internally you might be in a winter or fall right now. And that is important to honor. So make sure to recharge and refuel your batteries in ways that actually feel good to you, so that you can genuinely be there with and for others out of desire and capacity and not out of FOMO or fear or obligation. And then the next tip you've probably heard a lot of hype about because of its amazing health benefits. But it wouldn't be right for me to not mention it, especially because it's perfect for the hot summer weather. And that is to take cold showers. And this is truly a great way to boost your mood as well as your immune system, and to cool yourself down in the heat. And just a personal note, because cycle syncing and living in sync with your female biology is something that I truly value and something that I love doing myself, I just want to make a note and say that personally, I only take cold showers during the follicular and ovulatory phases and maybe in the beginning of my luteal phase. So during the late luteal phase and menstrual phase, I do not touch a cold shower. The only shower I want is hot. And so I know that a lot of what we see in social media and what we hear from other people is about that daily consistency. But just remember that that daily consistency is something that honors the male 24-hour cycle and not your female 28-day cycle. So if there are times when you're like, yeah, cold showers, I love it, it feels good, and other times when you're like, I'd really just rather not, don't neglect that. That's your biology speaking to you. And I'm right there with you. And then the final tip for a simple and healthy lifestyle this summer is sleep. And just in case you didn't know this, research shows that women need more sleep than men. And just because the sunlight streams through the windows in the morning, that fact hasn't changed. So find ways to promote really deep and good sleep. For example, by using darker curtains or blinds. Get a fan or air conditioning to increase the airflow. Maybe make sure to open the windows in your bedroom a few hours before you go to sleep. Maybe even set an alarm on your phone so that you make sure that you can cool down your bedroom before you go to sleep. And you can also use an eye mask to make sure that you block out that sunlight. And I know, again, that summer can be a bit up and down in our routine and in our schedule, but as much as possible, try to keep a consistent sleep routine and actually go to bed and wake up around the same time every day. Because again, even though I mentioned earlier that we have that 28-day cycle, we also have the 24-hour cycle. And when it comes to sleep, it's really good for our system and for that circadian rhythm, which is the 24-hour cycle, to get a regular sleep routine. So as much as you can, try to go to sleep at the same time every day. And then promote a really good, deep sleep, because that is essential. I don't know about you, but I feel like if I've had a bad night's sleep, my day is just off. So good, deep sleep is essential for a healthy, vibrant, passionate summer. So that was all the tips for a simple, affordable, vibrant summer. And I hope this video brought you some value. And if it did, I hope you will click the like button because it really helps me out. And also let me know in the comments which tips you might want to get started with, or any other tips that you may have for simple, healthy lifestyle over the summer. And as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on the next videos. And in the meantime, check out these videos.